Hey everybody, welcome to yoga today. So let's just start out seated in your chair, finding that comfortable space for you that you can just let those shoulders drop down, let the belly draw in just for natural support, so not a lot of effort there. Chin drawing to your chest slightly, closing the eyes. We're going to start out just taking a moment to breathe. Letting the body relax into your space. As your body relaxes with the breath, you'll notice that you naturally draw inward. So you're more aware of the sensations of the breath. And you're less aware of all those external sounds and smells and sensations on the outside of your body. You're more in tune with what the body's doing on the inside. The breath becomes much more loud to your internal senses. And really listen to that. Notice how the body moves with the breath. Being curious to find all the nooks and crannies that the breath moves to inside the body. Letting the facial muscles relax. All the facial muscles, even the very top of your head and the neck, the ears. They even say drawing your muscles into a smile lets those muscles relax. Just a few more breaths. Taking one more deep, full breath and inviting the eyes to open. Let's start out just scooting forward in your seat. Okay. Drawing the shoulders up by the ears and just gently letting them fall down the back of the body and noticing all that release, just that one little movement, how that pulls down when you really set the shoulders down and then pull them back up and release. Let the arms extend down as you get more opening and more space that comes through your upper neck. And a few more times. Now, as you inhale, we're going to lift those shoulders right up to the ears and squeeze and hold. Try to hold your breath here if you can. Okay, hold, hold, hold. It's only about 6 seconds. And then on an exhale, go ahead and place those shoulders down the back, really letting them drop down and hold in that space of release and relaxation through the upper neck. Then as you're ready to inhale again, pull the shoulders forward and up and hold. Just hold your breath for a moment. And then as you exhale, really set the shoulders down the back. Pushing down into that release. And as you inhale, bring it back up. Hold, hold, hold. And exhale, release. Really dropping. Wow, that was a big change for me. Dropping those shoulders down. And I'm just gonna breathe with my arms pulling down now. Really feeling into my upper neck. And letting that release for a few breaths. And then come back to center. Let's move into our cat and cows now. So inhaling, lifting the collarbones towards the ceiling, shoulders draw down, belly engages, the pelvis shifts forward. And then as you exhale, rounding out, letting that pelvis drop backwards, chin to chest. You can even flare open the elbows to magnify that movement of your shoulder blades. And inhale right back up, nice and relaxed. Letting the head move as a natural extension of the spine. Just a couple more of those. Coming back up through center as you inhale again and release into just those little circles. Keep a little fluidity through the lower spine here. And coming back through center, changing your direction of those circles. Back through center, opening up the legs, adding to your cat and cow. Inhale, arms up overhead, keep those shoulder blades soft, relax down the back. Exhale, bring your elbows in towards each other and come all the way to the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, pull those shoulder blades down. Lift your head. And then as you exhale, just draw that chin to chest. Inhale, round the back and come all the way up. And exhale, drop those shoulders down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, round the back. Come all the way up. And exhale, drop those shoulders down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, draw the chin to chest. Inhale, round the back, come all the way up. Exhale, drop those shoulders down. One more time, inhale. Exhale, arms all the way down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, draw your chin to chest. Inhale, round the back. And exhale, drop those shoulders down. Nice. Okay, we're gonna try out some new stuff today. So it's gonna be new for me too, so we're gonna work through this together. Okay. Now, we have done a gate pose before, but we're gonna add some variation to it, and we're gonna give it a shot, okay? So gate pose, you wanna sit forward enough that you can have a 90-degree angle of one leg, and you're far enough forward that the other leg is basically off the chair, okay? It's nice and straight. We wanna be able to press down through this leg, this foot for support. And we're just gonna reach the opposite arm overhead. So my right leg is extended, left arm is gonna come overhead. And we're just breathing here a few breaths. Your head can go wherever its natural inclination is to go. So when you turn your head, it's gonna have a comfortable space, whether it's forward, to the side, and it's just gonna naturally take itself there. So go with that. And now as you inhale, we're gonna take this left arm and we're just gonna reach both arms away from the body through those fingertips, push away. And then as you exhale, come back into that side stretch. As your space allows. One more. And then let this top arm come down. We're going to pretend that we have something here to place this hand on, right underneath that shoulder. Now, if you need to, you can grab a hold of your chair, but I want you to try to reach up. So we're engaging some core muscles here, okay? To keep the arms lifted away from the body. And now push down through this front leg, and we're going to lift ever so slightly, and you might have to lean the other leg up off the floor, okay? Lift and down. Lift and down. One more time. Lift and down. Okay, bring that arm down where you can grab a hold of the chair. Okay, this arm is gonna come right to your hip. And now this time, we're gonna lift that leg, okay? Make sure you've got your 90 degrees here so we have good support. We're lifting that leg. And we're gonna swing the leg forward, back out to the side. We're pretending this is an open door, an open gate. Okay. One more time. Lift that leg out to the side and right back down into that position. Okay, the foot is parallel to the body. Release back to center with the arms. And now we're going to turn the toes up our extended leg. Okay, and we're going to turn a quarter turn. You can even bring the other leg with you. So we're now leaning out over this leg. Okay, my hands are not on the knee. They're above the knee if you want to rest your hands on the leg. If you need more of a stretch, you can lean forward until those hands reach the floor. Okay, you want to be sure to keep the back nice and long here. Shoulder blades down the back. Try not to round. And if you want, you can experiment with that a few times by rounding your back and then pulling the shoulder blades down, flattening the back out. Be sure to hug in the belly. Okay. So we call this now your closed gate. Okay, just a couple more breaths. Now, if you can, still with the toes lifted, you're pressing down into that heel. Let's lift up through the torso. Okay, so we're coming back up, and we're just going to bring the right arm down inside your right leg, and we're twisting open. Okay. Just a little twist. Shoulders down the back. Release through your upper body here. And as you exhale again, come up and out. Okay? And now let's change sides. Okay, so you're coming to the edge of your seat. You want that 90 degrees with your right leg this time, because you're going to use this leg to press down into the mat. The other leg extends out. The toes are parallel to your body, facing forward. Okay? And then we'll reach right on over this time into the gate on this side. Draw those shoulders down. And let the head go wherever it's naturally inclined to go. Feels weird to take it in the other way that it didn't want to go. Okay, one more breath. And then as you inhale, we're going to reach those arms away from each other. Exhale, drop back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drop back in. Inhale, reach. See how we're using our core muscles just to do that. And release. So now bring this top arm down. And remember, we're pretending that we have this platform here. Okay, so you're really going to use your front leg. Okay, we take this arm up overhead. And then we're going to lift this left leg up and down just 3 times. So use this leg for support. Lift and down, lift and down, lift and down. Nice. Now, bring your right hand down to the chair, one of the legs of the chair. Okay. Your other hand is going to come to your waist. And now we're lifting that leg up and swinging the door. Okay. Lift it up and back, forward and back, and then release. Now, we're going to turn towards this front leg, just about a quarter turn. And we're going to lift the toes up. So now the heel is pressing down into the mat. And then we're leaning forward, okay? And I'm leaning forward till you get a nice stretch through the back of the leg. You can round your back and then flatten it out or just hold, whatever you would like to do. Just one more breath. And then as you inhale, bring the hands to the thighs. If you're not already there, lift up. And we're just gonna come into a little twist right here. So the left hand slides down that leg and the right hand reaches overhead. Shoulders drawing down the back. Belly draws in. And as you exhale again, lift up and out. We'll pull that left leg in. And then bring your legs together. We're just going to release into child's pose right here. Breathing into the back of the body now. Just one more full breath. And as you inhale, bring your hands to your thighs and use your hands to push up and out, rolling the shoulders a couple times. And then we're going to come up to standing and we'll do a little bit with lunges. Okay, so I'm going to turn the chair this way. And we will place the right foot forward. Okay, left foot takes a decent step back. So you want to be able to be up on the ball of your foot. Okay, you don't want to have that heel down. We're not going to do the warrior poses today. Well, we will do one, but not for this part. Okay, and the ability to bend the back knee and then straighten the leg. Okay, so we'll have a slight bend here in this front leg. And go ahead, as you inhale, let's just bend that back knee a couple times. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. And now go ahead, place the heel down. So we stretch through that calf. Okay, just to rest for a moment. You can straighten the front leg if you'd like. Try not to lock out the knee. And now, as you exhale again, go ahead and lift up onto the ball of this back foot. And we're gonna bend into the front knee, okay, just a little bit. And now inhale, take those arms up overhead. And exhale, release the arms down, shoulder height. As you exhale again, twist to one side. We're gonna do both sides, so it doesn't matter. Inhale, back through center. Okay, drop those shoulders down. Exhale, twist the other side. Inhale, back to center. And now as you exhale this time, bring the hands into prayer. and lean forward out over this front leg until the backs of your tricep muscles reach your chair. Staying here for an extra breath. Okay, and then bring your hands right to your back, to your chair back that you can hold on. Straighten the front leg. Okay, and release that heel back down. You can lean forward a little bit, get a stretch through the back of the leg here. Very nice. Couple breaths. And now bend that front leg again. Bend your back leg, and we're going to push off the back leg so we can come forward. And now we'll change sides. So take a fairly decent step back with that right leg. Okay? You want to be up on the ball of your back foot. Engage the belly, shoulders are down. The front leg is bent. And now we're going to bend the back leg and straighten it out. Bend and straighten. One more. Bend and straighten, and then drop that back heel down. Stretch through the calf. Okay, if your front leg doesn't want to be bent, you can straighten it. Just don't lock it. It's up to you. Okay, but with a bent leg, you get a little bit more of a calf stretch through that back leg. And notice what your shoulders are doing. What have we got? While we're resting here, we're stretching. We're thinking about our alignment. Notice if you've got this beautiful arch in your back, you want to drop that tailbone down, lengthen the spine just a little bit. Okay, now let's come back in. So come back up onto the ball of that back foot. We're bending into your front leg for this lunge. Okay. As you inhale, we're going to take the arms overhead, drop the shoulders down, belly's in. Exhale, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Inhale here, and as you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale back to center. Exhale the other side. Inhale back to center. And then as you exhale, the hands come to prayer out in front of the body until those triceps are on your chair back. Taking an extra breath here. And then bring your hands right back to your chair back. Drop that back heel down and straighten the front leg. Just another breath or two. And now bend that back knee, and we're going to push off of it to come forward. Come right up into your mountain. If you need to, we can circle the ankles. Okay. Now, for this next part that we're going to do, you can bring your chair, and I would have it so that the seat portion is facing you in the center of your mat. I'm not going to use the chair because you won't be able to see what I'm doing. And most of this stuff I think that you'll be able to do without your chair, but you can just have it there in case you need a little bit of support, okay? So, for this next part, move a little bit towards your right side of the mat. Okay, so we have the whole length of the mat to use. We're going to start out in your tree pose, but then we're going to shift to that wide-legged forward fold. So an interesting little sequence here, okay? So grounding down through your feet in your mountain pose. Okay, you're pushing down through all four corners. We're activating all the lower leg muscles, the hips, engaging the belly. that rib cage is gonna draw towards the spine. It pulls those shoulders forward when you do that. So then we need to keep the rib cage in, but pull the shoulder blades down. Okay. And now shift your weight onto your left foot. You can keep your hands right at your hips. We're just gonna bring this right leg up into tree. Now you are welcome to keep a foot down if balance is not gonna work, but try to lift it up, tap it down, lift it up, hold if you can, even a breath. Okay, just breathing here. And you can tap down at any time. Now, this next part, we are gonna move from our crane to warrior three. So if you want to be positioned a little bit closer to your chair, go ahead and do that, okay? So from here, we're in our tree. We are lifting those arms so they are right up here, right in front of our shoulders. And then as you exhale, we're just extending that leg and the arms right behind into your warrior three. Now your hands can be on your chair if you'd like, okay? But really push the arms away from you. Feel the activity of the arms. Square your hips so that they point right down level to the floor. And you're lifting through that back leg just as high as you can. And as you exhale, go ahead and release that leg down. And we're gonna fold into your forward fold. And let the breath be deep here and just feel the movement of the body. Let the torso be free enough that it can move as you're breathing. So the torso might even lift up a little bit as you breathe in and release down as you exhale. Notice if you can draw the shoulder blades down the back even while you're folded over and still be relaxed. Okay, so now here's where we're going to step into that wide straddle. So we're already in our forward fold. If your hands are to the floor, that's great. We're going to use them. If they're not, can you bend your knees so that your hands can come to the floor? And then we're just going to step that left foot over wide so we can come into our wide straddle. And release the torso down as far as is comfortable. Now, you have your chair in front of you, so if you need to place your arms up on that chair for support, you sure can, okay? And even for the next part, you can be resting your arms on your chair. So we're just going to add in a few little lateral lunges here. So on an exhale, just bend one knee, and then we're going to lengthen out that inner thigh here. As you inhale again, come back through center. And then bend the other knee as you exhale. Inhale through center. Exhaling, bending the knee. Inhale, center. Exhale the knee. One more time, each side. Okay, and now here's where I have a nice little challenge for you today, okay? You can use your chair as far as your hands, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try, it's called a wide spider, and you can do 1 foot at a time if you'd like, or try both as it's meant to be. The wide spider is you're coming up on onto your fingertips and the elbows are bending. The knees are bent, and then we're lifting up onto your tippy toes. And you might have to turn your toes out to the corners of the room, okay? And then you're squatting down as you notice when you come up on those tippy toes, the hips are released to go a bit deeper, okay? You are welcome to drop one heel and try lifting up on the toes of the other and switching sides. Okay? Otherwise, hold. And then as you exhale again, drop the heels down and we'll rise on up right here, okay? And now we're gonna take the right foot and step it over towards the left. So bending and stepping. It's a big step. Okay, so we are blessed with two lovely sides. So we're now gonna come at it from the other side, okay? So now, grounding down through your feet again in your mountain, okay? You're shifting your weight onto the right leg, and we're gonna lift up into your tree. And again, you can tap down, you can have your toes be down, whatever's comfortable for you. This time you might try to take arms up overhead, okay? You know what's coming, so that crane is coming. It's just moving the arms where you are ready for the next pose. One more breath. And now as you inhale, we're pulling those arms down, lifting the knee, keeping your balance. And as you exhale, extending back. Right into your warrior three. Lifting that leg as high as you can, engaging the belly. Right? Squaring the hips. And as you exhale, release that left leg down and forward fold. Notice if you swing back with your hips so that the weight is in your heels. Come forward a little bit now so that the hips align right over the ankles. Just one more breath. And now with your hands on your chair or on the floor, we're going to step wide with the right leg into your wide straddle and release the torso down. Couple more breaths. Okay. On your next exhale, just shift to one side for those lateral lunges. Inhale back through center. Exhale the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Just move with your breath. Last one here. Now I encourage you to find that wide spider for you. Coming up on the fingertips, turning the toes out, and then lifting the heels up off the floor and sinking those hips down just a little bit. And then as you exhale, drop the heels down and we'll rise right on up. Okay? And now we've got to push off that left leg and come back to center. Okay. Let's just grab a couple breaths here. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, one more breath. Inhale. So now, keeping your chair as it is, because we're going to do pyramid and triangle. You want to be able to have your forearms or your hands to be able to come to that chair. But the first part is we're going to move back into your tree pose with the arms behind your back. So just we're grabbing elbow to elbow, or as close you can get to the elbows. But we're going to open the chest here and the shoulders. So there might be one side that's more comfortable than the other. So now we're going to shift from our tree pose here, right, over to the right foot, and we'll come back into tree with the left leg lifted first this time, okay? Taking just a couple breaths. Now, if this is not comfortable for your arms, you can just have some fists here on your lower back, but we just want to draw those shoulder blades down, okay, to open the chest and the shoulders. So it's your choice how you want to proceed here, okay? Now, keeping your arms as they are, as you exhale, just step a little bit back with that left foot right behind. Let the toes turn out to the side, and then we're gonna hinge forward into pyramid with your hands behind your back. So we're opening up the chest. So you might not lean far forward today because of the intensity of the stretch through the shoulders and the chest. And if this is not gonna agree with you, you're welcome to have your hands to your chair or on your legs, okay? However you want to proceed, okay, for that. And now as you exhale, we're going to let the right arm release, and we're going to let it go straight down your right leg and come on the inside, okay, moving into triangle. Remember here that you want to keep your hips square to the ground, so you can even have an arm here on your chair if you need to. The left arm then reaches up overhead, keeping the hips square. And if that's too much of a twist, then you can just bring that left arm to your back. So we're really just lifting through that left shoulder. And now as you exhale, we're going to let that left shoulder return to center. Left arm can come down to the floor inside of the right foot or on your chair, okay? And then the right arm, we want to shift first your right hip back, but the right arm is going to lift up and then rest on your back as well. And as you exhale, let this right arm release and come right onto your chair, okay? And now, push down into the mat with your left hand. And we're going to bend the front knee, the right leg, and lift up that back leg and down. Lift up and down. Lift up and down. Now, drop the heel down of that back leg and straighten the front leg. Okay? Hands on the chair if you need. And as you exhale, bend the front leg, bring the back leg in and forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Come all the way up. Now, as you exhale, we're going to shift our weight right onto that left leg and bring the right leg up into your tree. Okay. And as you exhale, then bring the arms behind your back, grabbing each elbow. Foot can tap, can be wherever you need to be to maintain that balance. Really ground down through that left leg, hip, foot. And as you exhale again, step that right leg back, a small step, toes turning out, and we're hinging forward into your pyramid. Try to square those hips forward so that left hip is going to pull backwards and the right hip will pull forward as you do that. And as you exhale here, release your left arm so it drops right down that left leg. It turns open, presses into that left leg, and then your right shoulder lifts, and here we are right into triangle. And as you exhale again, drop that right shoulder down. The hand can come inside of the right foot, and then the left shoulder opens towards the other side. Hand on the back, drawing that left hip backwards to keep the hips square. And now as you exhale, release that left arm and let it come right out to rest on your chair. Bend the left leg. And now we're going to lift that right leg up and down. Lift up and down. Lift up and down. And now plant that back heel down and extend the front leg. And then as you exhale, step in, forward fold. As you inhale, bend your knees. Come all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Very nice today. Okay, let's come back to our seat and we're going to sit. We'll just stretch open through the hips. And as we normally do, just crossing one leg over the other and then leaning forward. Just a couple more breaths for this side. We're actually going to stay a little bit longer. It just feels good today. If you can lean forward a little bit more, do. If your body opens up, if not, just hold. If you need to back out of it and lessen the stretch at any time, you can do that. Okay, and as you inhale again, lift up and out. Release that leg down. Changing sides. And leaning forward, easing your way in. Deepening if you can, easing your way in. Just one more full breath. Very gently lift up and out. We're just going to release into our seated Shavasana. So finding a position that's comfortable for your body and lets you have that uplifted spine, shoulders still resting down the back. I want to be able to completely relax here. So if you want to extend the legs a bit and plant the whole foot down, by all means, go ahead and do that. And then just deepen the breath. Close the eyes. And starting with the number 10, we're just going to count backwards to 0 and just letting each exhale relax the body even more into your seat. Enjoying any long pauses in between the breath. And if you get lost in your count, no worries. Just begin again at 10. Body completely relaxed. Notice how much easier it is now to tune in inwardly. Sensations of the breath are loud. Take a moment now to notice how your body feels. And taking just one more deep, full breath. Bringing your hands to your heart. Namaste.